Park Dojin questions how Arsha was able to locate him. Arsha explains that she discovered his location while investigating stardust manufacturing through Lee Min-sung. She adds that her subordinates called the ants specialize in gathering information. Suddenly, the ants are sliced apart and Arsha is pierced by the believers. Arsha begins laughing and explains that attacking her is pointless since she is only a clone. She understands that Park Dojin fears she might expose his identity and assures him not to worry as she is there to assist him. Arsha hands him a star fragment and reveals that it has the power to brainwash even S-rank hunters. Park Dojin is surprised that Arsha managed to stabilize such a complex product. Arsha promises to provide more star fragments in exchange for his help in taking down both Sung Suho and the Shadow Monarch. Park Dojin struggles to understand why a being from the same world would ally with one from another world. Arsha explains that siding with Park Dojin benefits her, as she cannot coexist with the Shadow Monarch. She reveals that she is also a descendant of Monarch, just like Sung Suho. Park Dojin asks if her powers are similar to Shadow Authority, and Arsha clarifies that her abilities are different. Suddenly, a magic beast attacks them, and Park Dojin looks at it with irritation. Arsha uses her powers to crush the beast effortlessly. She leaves the dungeon and meets with her companions. Pia asks if Arsha succeeded in convincing the apostles to join their cause, and Arsha confirms that she did. Arsha is still surprised that Park Dojin agreed to cooperate so easily and checks her system. The system shows that she successfully completed her task of forming an alliance with the apostles and is progressing toward becoming a monarch. Her companions are thrilled at the thought of becoming monarchs soon. Meanwhile, the scene shifts to Lee Eun-seok, who is one of the S-rank hunters in Korea and is approached by a guild to participate in an A-rank gate. Lee declines, explaining that he is not interested in gates of A-rank or higher. The guild member from Fame Guild pleads with him to join, arguing that it is a waste of his S-rank talent. Lee asks them to leave him alone and reveals that he has been having nightmares every night about being eaten by magic beasts. The Fame Guild members are shocked by his confession as Lee begins trembling nervously. He reflects on how pointless it feels to be an S-rank hunter when he is terrified of magic beasts. The guild members leave after hearing this, and Lee stares out the window, haunted by the memory of his nightmare. The Fame Guild members struggle to believe that an S-rank hunter could be a coward, and one of them notices Park Dojin nearby. Park Dojin enters Lee's house, and Lee immediately recognizes him as the S-rank hunter from the Grim Reaper Guild. Park Dojin states that he came to find the S-rank hunter who is afraid of magic beasts, and Lee becomes furious. He charges up his lightning powers and warns Park Dojin to leave, threatening to fry him if he does not. Park Dojin strikes Lee with the star fragment given to him by Arsha and assures him that he will no longer need to fight magic beasts. Park Dojin reflects on how the Hunters Association is preoccupied with the threat of foreign invasions while ignoring the cracks forming within their own world. He decides to exploit these cracks for his own benefit. Meanwhile, the scene shifts to the air traffic control tower, where an air traffic controller receives a strange call from an airplane. The captain asks if it is possible for snow to form at their current altitude. The air traffic controller responds that it is obviously not possible above the upper atmosphere. The captain reveals that a gate has appeared in the sky and is creating snow around it. The traffic controllers are shocked to hear about the gate, and the captain immediately requests an emergency landing. Meanwhile, the scene shifts to Suho fighting against magic beasts. He finishes off the final beast and equips the gauntlet made from the S-rank hunter. However, he forgets to use the greed skill and notices his stats increasing whenever he uses greed's equipment. The shadows complete mining the mana crystals, and Suho realizes that the shadows only last for a day. He decides to turn the shadows into weapons beforehand and finds his inventory completely full. He plans to remove some low-ranking equipment and recreate new items using the shadows he currently has. His shadow creation skill upgrades, and he creates multiple shadow weapons at the same time. Despite this, he is only able to create another gauntlet and feels disappointed as he already has the best gauntlet made from greed. Suho exits the gate and wonders why he could not find any stardust manufacturing facilities. He suspects that the enemies might already know about their plan. Suddenly, Suho receives a warning to report to the Hunters Association immediately. The scene shifts to the Hunters Association, where all 5 major guild members have gathered for an emergency meeting. Dongsuk, an A-rank hunter from the Knights Guild, feels anxious as he is the only A-rank hunter present. Choi Jong-In knows the meeting is about the new gate in the sky, and Lim Taegyu asks if the meeting is to decide the ownership of the gate. Dongwook from the Fame Guild agrees to claim the gate for themselves and recalls how Lim Taegyu managed to recruit the S-rank hunter Lee. Lim Taegyu reveals that it was actually Park Dojin who recruited Lee to their guild. Choi Jong-In feels dissatisfied as he has not been able to hire any S-rank hunters. Suddenly, Suho arrives and announces that he has finished clearing a field-type dungeon. Both Dongwook and Jongsu are shocked to see the new S-rank hunter Sung Suho. Dongwook calls Suho a coach and requests him to join their guild. Jongsu also tries to recruit Suho, and Choi Jong-in feels a sense of familiarity as he too once tried to recruit Suho. Suho immediately rejects their offers, and both Dongwook and Jongsu feel disappointed. Suho considers the option of creating a new guild, and suddenly Chairman Wu enters the room with a disappointed expression. Dongwook notices Chairman Wu's expression and asks if something is wrong. Chairman Wu reveals that the gate in the sky is not an A-rank gate, but is being classified as an S-rank gate. Everyone is shocked to hear this, and Suho realizes that this is the first S-rank gate in South Korea. The S-rank hunters begin to panic as they face the worst-case scenario. Suho wonders if S-rank gates are truly that dangerous, as the S-rank hunters appear visibly shaken. He tries to cheer them up, but Beru explains that it will be difficult for them to clear an S-rank gate with their current power levels. Dongwook is stunned by Suho's summoning skills and begins trembling after seeing Beru. Suho punches Beru for scaring everyone, and Beru calmly explains that he knows better as he was the boss of an S-rank gate in the past timeline.